Hi guys, so in today's video I'm going to be doing a reaction to the movie Aragon. So I know this is quite different than the last video I made, but I already had this video planned and I sort of want to make more of a variety of content. So more videos like my last one and videos sort of like this one where they're more reaction style videos to like movies or YouTube content or just other stuff that I want to react to. So yeah, let's just get into it. So I've actually read the book Aragon quite a few times. I first read it when I was like in elementary school, and I reread it a bunch of times after that. But I've never actually seen the movie. I never saw it because I heard it was really bad. And if you look on Google, if you look the movie Aragon up on Google, it has a 5.1 out of 10 rating on IMDb and only a 16% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which is not very good. So I'm definitely going into this already knowing that this movie is probably going to be pretty bad. I'm expecting probably some bad casting, some bad acting, maybe some inaccuracies, or definitely some inaccuracies when it comes to the book versus the movie. Again, I'm going into this already knowing that this movie is probably going to be really bad, but I'm going to try to have an open mind, and hopefully it won't be as bad as everyone says it is, and I'll actually enjoy it.
It's dinner!
Our story begins one night as Arya, an ally of the Varden, rides for her life carrying a stone stolen from the king himself.
I suffer without my stone. Do not prolong my suffering.
Give it to me,
Durza,
and I'll let you live.
is there anyone who trusts the word of shade?
It really looks like a jelly bean, oh my god.
Are you? Well, you're not a bird.
Okay, no. What is this? Now they all know? Definitely not.
I told you. His name is Aragon. The boy took it with him. He lives on a farm, the furthest one in the valley.
Wait, what? It was nighttime and now it's daytime? So you're telling me it took him hours to run home. And then he was hours in the air with Saphira. Okay. This movie is very inconsistent. Okay, no.
Aragon! It's you they want!
Let go! Listen, they killed him, but they were after you. If we stay here, we're both dead. Now get on that horse. Go on. Get up there.
Who are you?
Ride, now. Go on. Come on, boy, ride! You're the Varden's only hope.
Who are the Varden?
Rebels, outcasts, men who are brave or mad enough to oppose Galbatorix. They've got a stronghold in the Boa Mountains.
How do you know all this?
Because I've been about a bit. I've seen things you could never imagine. I'll call you Dragon.
I'm sorry for what I said.
I understand. You loved him very much. And who might this be?
This is Brom. He knows about dragons.
Imagine acting in this movie as Aragon. You'd just be like this. Because you can't speak.
Tell me your name.
Aragon.
Aragon. I am Arya, Princess of Alismera. We are allies with the Varden. You are the only one who can save me.
But how do I find you?
Durza holds me prisoner.
At Gilead.
Can I just say, in the book, Durza did not have that big of a part. Like, he had his moments, but they are including him a lot in this movie.
Where are you going?
To find Arya.
How do you know that name?
She's Durza's prisoner. I'm going to free her.
That's out of the question. Gilead's in the opposite direction. We can't start going back. We're almost there.
I feel like it would be helpful if they showed a map, like they did in Game of Thrones, because it gets confusing where things are located.
I won't let you do that. It's too much of a risk.
That egg was sent to me. I'll decide what risk I take, not you.
Again, this is more than about just us.
If I don't, she'll be killed.
Yes, and it's a sacrifice she's happy to make. Because she values your life over hers.
I won't let her die.
If she dies, then she'll join the countless others who died waiting for you. As the Varden now wait for you. You must try and understand, it's your life that's important.
I do understand.
One false move, one reckless decision, and everything is lost.
It's good to be brave, but sometimes it's better to be wise.
Aragon, listen to me!
Your shame is not mine.
forgot what it means to be a dragon rider. I will save her.
Aragon.
Please don't, Saphira. I'm the rider, and I say we go.
So they changed the story around a bit. So in the book, I'm almost positive, well, they actually took out a lot of stuff. So in the book, there's the scene where they encounter the Urgles and Aragon uses magic for the first time. That happens, but then they go on to this city, I forget what it's called. It's like a port city where there's like water and stuff. And they meet up with an old friend of Brahms. And then they head to, where do they go? They go to another city. And that's where they end up encountering the Razak, or the Razak. And the Razak kill Brahm. And then Aragon encounters Murtagh. And then Aragon and Murtagh go to rescue Arya. And Arya is unconscious when they rescue her. She's not awake like she is now. So they definitely changed around a lot of stuff, which makes sense. I think that if they included everything, it would be a really long movie. I just think for me, as someone who has read the book, they seem to be leaving out a lot of stuff that, let's say this movie did well, which it didn't, but if this movie did well, they would have to figure out how to incorporate the characters that they left out they would have to figure out, sorry, my allergies. They would have to figure out how to incorporate characters in the second movie that they left out from the first movie. So I don't know, it just seems a bit weird to me. So, but I'm just gonna keep going.
Please. Hail!
You are not strong enough. Yet.
That's the spirit. One part brave, 3 parts fool.
Forgive me.
Aragon. Let him die with pride. The shade has poisoned her. Someone's coming.
I need to get you to the Varden. How do I find them?
This one's been following us.
Stand up. All my life I dreamed of dragons. Who are you? And why are you following us? I'm Murtagh, and you need me, Dragon Rider. Thanks, but I'll be fine without you. You seek the Varden. I know the mountains, every valley and stream. She'll suffer if you go astray.
So also in the book, Murtagh and Aragon go on this whole journey where they have to like venture through the desert. Was that this book? Oh my god, I'm getting my books confused. Well, at least in the book, their journey was much longer, and they really learn about each other, and they bond through that. And like in the movie right now, suddenly it was like quick. Now they're just at the entrance to the Varden, which in the book it took much longer than that.
We'll have to go by foot from here. Sphere, keep Arya safe until I cool.
I will. But hurry, the Urgles are closing in.
Thanks! Again! No mention. Tell me your vision looks something like this. Come on!
Also, it doesn't explain. So in the book, Murtagh doesn't want to go to the Varden because he has an aversion towards the Varden because of who his father is, and they're not explaining that in the movie. So this look that he's giving the camera, or the Urgles about being like hesitant about jumping into the water to enter the Varden, doesn't make sense because you don't have the context that he feels that he'll be arrested or he won't be accepted if he goes to the Varden because of who his father is. So they're just leaving out a lot of things, yet they're still including like these shots, which wouldn't make sense to someone who didn't read the book. That's what I'm trying to say.
The task was simple. Bring the boy to me.
There were.
Also, in the book, I'm pausing this a lot. Also, in the book, we never actually get any chapters from Galbatorix's perspective, or really meet Galbatorix until I think like the last book. Well, not the last book, maybe the third book. I don't know, but we don't meet Galbatorix. We don't know really anything about him until much later on, and it leaves us sort of mysterious. He's like the sort of mysterious figure. While here, we're getting a lot of these shots that were not in the book, where we're seeing Galbatorix. And again, why didn't they choose John Malkovich to play Galbatorix? Like, that's such a weird choice. It takes away from Galbatorix being this really mysterious figure. And also, I forgot to add that because Galbatorix is this mysterious figure, everyone just talks about how powerful he is, but we never actually meet him till much later. It actually makes him more intimidating versus in the movie right now. To me, at least, he seems not intimidating at all. So, yeah.
Which one of you is the rider?
I am. My name is Aragon.
I am Ajihad, leader of the Varden. If you are the rider, call your beast inside.
If it attacks, you will die first.
Saphira, bring on.
Is this like a trope? Did they choose for the are they called dwarves? I think so. Did they choose for the dwarves to be Scottish because in Lord of the Rings the dwarves were Scottish? Just a question.
I am so powerful. My mind, it amazes me.
Dreamer aber Sunda Blaka! Eater Arthur Verreger! Come! Taste the blood of your dragon!
Let's finish this!
None of this happened in the book.
What is that thing?
Dark magic.
I know what I have to do. I expected more!
So I don't really want to go into much detail, but there was a lot of stuff that was cut out from the book, but there was also new stuff that was included in the movie, which was weird. The whole ending was completely off. I think that was probably the most inaccurate part of the book, because I feel like they just pulled that out of their, most inaccurate part of the movie, because I feel like they literally just pulled that out of their ass. In conspiracy theory, they purposely ended the movie like that because they knew this movie was ass and that they couldn't make another one, and also no one would want to see another one. The casting was a little odd. John Malkovich as Galbatorix, that's really odd to me. The person that played Durza, in the book, they're definitely described a lot differently. Both of them are supposed to look quite young in the book. Also, Galbatorix, like I mentioned earlier, was really not in the first book at all. He was sort of this mysterious figure. This Arya and Aragon love connection, that really was not a thing in the first book. And I feel like they really did Arya dirty in this book because she seemed like some damsel in distress, which she's not. And also, they barely mentioned that she was an elf. She didn't even have, I don't know if you guys noticed that, she didn't even have like elf ears. Her ears were perfectly rounded. So I think what's interesting about Aragon, the movie, is that it came out during a time where these sort of movies were pretty popular. So you had the Lord of the Rings movies, which were in the early 2000s, so 2001 to 2003. And you also had the Harry Potter movies, which were really popular around the same time. So this Aragon movie, so Aragon came out in 2006. So like hypothetically, this was also a really popular book, especially among younger people. So hypothetically, this should have been a hit. I just think that the directing and, again, the world building was so poor, and even the acting was extremely questionable. Whoever directed this movie did a really bad job. Anyways, yeah, that was my movie review of Aragon the movie. It was terrible. Don't watch it. I can't believe I paid for it. So yeah, that's about it.
Is harmful, dangerous, gross, disgusting, and should never be promoted. And that's
hopefully the next thing I react to will be better. So if you haven't already, like this video, subscribe, follow me on my social media. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, have a good day and bye.